Hey there, YouTube. So, it's a beautiful spring day, and because Obama is speaking at the commencement of Ohio State, I'm getting out of town a little early, so I can go down to Silverwolf with my girlfriend. But I just listened to an article on NPR about Buddhism, and it just got me thinking about one of my personal experience when it came to coming to atheism. Obviously, atheism, lack of belief, there is no deity, I don't have any evidence. And I've described several times about how it was like a wall just suddenly not being there. But taking the step away from Christianity was one of both the hardest parts of my path, but also one of the best, because it was very freeing, it was very liberating. I remember being 17. It was actually when my parents used to rent a lake cottage for the summer, and being there, and at that point I thought I was bisexual, or at least I hadn't completely given up the possibility of being a heterosexual, let's put it that way. But it came down to the point where I was like crying all the time when I prayed, because I knew that this is a big sin, or so people told me, and that you can't be a fence sitter, because that was something I heard in church. And it came down to either I give up the deity, or I continue to hate myself for being who I am. And as I started to get what I called homophobic bullshit, because quintessentially it was all that idea, there's only heterosexuality, you can only be a heterosexual, anything else is dirty and evil and nasty and disgusting, and you'll get AIDS, and, well, you won't get AIDS, but it's immoral, and you'll go to a bad place when you die. As all that stuff started to, as I started to push a lot of that stuff out of my head, it got easier. And I mean, from that point, when I made the conscious decision to seek alternatives, because I was tired of crying when I prayed, that started me on what I feel is a very good path. I know it's kind of awkward to say, kind of weird, but because I no longer felt a burden of, I'm going to a bad place when I die, and my deity hates me because I was born this way, because he made me this way. He made me in a way that he hates me. Or that I will never know love, I will never be able to find true companionship because of the way that he made me. Which is definitely something that they force into your head when you happen to be in a homophobic culture. That you'll go to a bad place when you die, and that Yahweh won't love you, and you'll never find true happiness, and all this stuff. There's a song called Godless and Free out there on the internet, and it's true. I mean, I don't feel like there's this enormous pressure on me to live up to some certain standard, and because otherwise some big bad universal deity will send me to a bad place that nobody can prove exists when I die. And it's liberating. Because you know what? I'm still a good person. I take care of my friends and family. I take care of my colleagues. I try to be nice to all those I interact with. Try to be eco-friendly. Heck, last night, I finally put a recycling symbol on one of our trash cans in the communal space of my apartment complex, so that everybody will know that that's the recycling bin, you know? Be more eco-friendly. And overall, I'm a good person. I'm nice to people. So, I mean, if I, under the extremely slim chance, happen to be wrong, then I'll take it. Because I know that I live my life the right way, which is how I saw fit. And as Bionic Dance actually often says, how do you know what's moral and what's not? Ouch, that hurts. Stop it. Quintessentially, if you think that something might cause you pain, then why in the heck would you do it to somebody else? If you want the most baseline of basic moral behavior. And certainly learning about psychology and how the human mind works has helped in that path. Statistics was definitely a nail in the coffin when it came to giving up all religion and all faith and all spirituality for me. But also learning about social constructs and the social contract itself, which stems out of social psychology. Because we are social beings and we live in a social environment because we need each other. Yeah, that was a bridge. We all ascribe to we all ascribe subconsciously to a set of social rules and values of, like, don't go push little old ladies out into streets because she might pick up her cane and beat the shit out of you with it. There are certain things that we sacrifice in order to be safe, in order to survive in our culture and thrive. So, yeah, that's just a little blip about another thing that was a step in my path to atheism and a crack in that wall that was my faith. So, peace out, YouTubes.